Hey guys, Rodney here. This is James with Working Class Nerds.
And we're here to talk about The Martian. Just got done watching it.
Yeah, really good movie. Definitely worth a watch. Possibly a movie of the year contender.
Most definitely. Probably one of the best movies I've seen all year, except for we talked about Age of Ultron.
Right.
It was good. But yeah, definitely enjoyed it. It's a Ridley Scott film.
Right.
Kind of missed the Alien.
Yeah.
Like some kind of Easter egg would have been nice. I didn't see one.
Right,
if you guys saw one, make sure comment.
Yeah,
let
definitely.
us know.
Let us know if you found the Easter egg. But overall, definitely a great movie. Really, really well written characters. Particularly the main character, Matt Damon. His character. You sympathize with him very quickly. And you really start to care for him, and where the story goes and what happens.
Yeah, there's always tension. Like, you always feel like he could die at any time.
Right.
I mean, because, like, he's by himself, and there's no way to resupply.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever he has, that's all he has. And if something happens to what he has, you feel like he could definitely die any time because, like, his supplies, like, if something happens to his rations, that's it. He's done.
Right.
He's gonna starve to death. If something happens to his water, his way to make water, then he dies of thirst, right?
Right.
And if he has no way to keep pressure on the habitat that he's in, then he suffocates.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So tension all the way throughout. Really, what did you think about his crew?
About the rest of the crew that was with him on Mars.
Yeah. Talk about them for a bit.
Well, they were interesting. Obviously, they weren't as well fleshed out as Matt Damon's character, but overall, you definitely. I felt like they were right in the beginning of the movie what they done. By leaving Matt behind, thinking he was dead because obviously. Well, getting into spoiler territory here, but anyway.
Yeah, some spoilers, guys. A little bit of spoilers. We're going to try not to spoil too much, but maybe a few here and there. So,
right.
So yeah, when that storm hits, that's
right.
pretty crazy. Like, they're rocks, I guess. Like tornadoes and everything. Like, at one point, there was a scene where you saw him, and he's not in any danger at that point, but there's, like, off in the distance, there's, like, 2 tornadoes. Like, you just see that.
Right.
I guess Mars is always in some kind of storm or something on Mars. I don't know, but yeah, what's his name? Mark. Waitley.
Mark something with a W. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's on that planet he's on Mars for almost it's like over a year.
Yeah, like.
But it's like 400 or something days. Yeah. Yeah, it's like and by the time like he's getting ready to be rescued, like he is so thin.
Right.
Like he has had no food.
I guess lack of atmosphere plus starvation. We'll do that to a person.
Right. So. Now one of the things that we did say that they didn't really explore was his psychological state.
Yeah, that might be my one gripe with the movie is that being isolated on a planet by yourself for 600 days, I feel like he might have gone a tad bit more insane than what he did.
Right. I mean, now to be fair though, I mean he did. It wasn't like in Castaway where he was like completely cut off because
he was
about 80 something days I think in he gets contact something like that.
Like that, yeah.
He gets contact and he's able to basically instant message with NASA.
With NASA, right.
So he's not completely alone, but I figure just being that many months by yourself,
right,
and no actual physical, I don't know.
And in the back of your mind, you have to always be thinking, I'm gonna die here.
Right.
with that in the back of your head, surely something's gonna break up there,
Right.
And
now, was Jeff Daniels' character a bad guy?
I wouldn't call him a bad guy. I think he had his own self-interest and his own career goals in mind,
Right.
more so than, the life of one man. Is that worth risking the money and risking my ass, so to speak,
Yeah,
to,
for sure.
But,
So in the movie, kind of just basic plot outline. They go to Mars, just an exploratory mission to get samples and whatnot. And a storm hits, and he's presumed dead. And they find out he's not dead by some satellite images. And after he's been there for so long, they've been talking. NASA finally tells his crew that he's not dead. I think it's 2 months later.
a long period of time, several months, I think. Yeah.
Well, it's like 2 months after they discover that he's still alive.
Right. Yeah. After NASA discovers he's still alive.
So that's probably like almost 5 or 6 months into him being there by himself on Mars. And so his crew, from the previews even, there's a part where they talk about if we go back to save him, it'll be mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think this is really a spoiler, but they do get plans, or like, I guess a thesis idea kind of, that in an email that, hey, you could do this and then slingshot around Earth and go back to Mars and rescue him. You could do that, but NASA says you can't. And of course, all his crew seem pretty gung-ho to go get him.
Right. I imagine, they're probably feeling some grief for, leaving him behind, obviously. So
It was like almost a year trip there. They were in a spaceship together on the, like a space station kind of thing.
Right.
That they're on. So I'm pretty sure they all got to know each other and bonded pretty well in that short amount of time. But yeah, definitely a good movie. Like we said, probably movie of the year contender. Hopefully, Star Wars will be.
Yeah.
In with it. Hopefully, it's not like the prequels.
Yeah, there's probably best not to go down the rabbit hole there. Let's just assume for now that it's going to be awesome, and
right.
But
let's hope so.
Right.
Let's hope so. No Jar Jar.
No Jar Jar.
But so let's say you had to score it on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you give it?
I'm giving it a solid 9. I have very few problems with the movie. Thought it was great. Very well written, great action, great visual effects.
Right.
All around solid movie.
Yeah, I think I probably have to go ahead and give it a 9. Yeah, 2 as well. Yeah, it was a really good movie. I thought all the actors were very well cast for this movie. Like, you don't really get a movie too often where it feels like everybody is in the perfect role.
Right.
Like, I don't think I could have casted this movie any better after watching that.
And spoiler, Sean Bean doesn't die.
Sean Bean
He
doesn't die.
survives.
That's true. I just figured something would kill him.
Right.
Like, he'd walk out in the street, get run over. I don't know. Something.
Who knows?
But, yeah, so go see The Martian.
Definitely.
It's great. It's actually based on a book. I saw that it was based on a novel.
During the credits, right.
So, books usually better than the movie, so I'm kind of interested to check the book out. So, that's our view on The Martian. Solid 9 for both of us.
All right.
So, if you get a chance, go check it out. And thanks for watching our video. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe.
Let us know how much we do suck.
Right? Because we do suck. So.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. And stay nerdy.